Hey you, I'm the Queen of Shade. Welcome to the interview. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit my Cash App to support your favorite content creator. Now let's get to the interview. Mwah.
Queen of Shade. Let me tell you something. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. You're a bougie bitch and your mama is too. Said you're a bougie bitch and your mama is too.
Salutations, Dufos. This is your fabulous leader, the Queen of Shade, coming to you as I often do. But this time, it's a solo video. It's a monologue. It's a conversation that I'm having with you directly through the screen. I want you to understand something about life. Your dreams, having dreams, are free. The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. I could tell you stories about how hard and how long I have had to work to get to where I am. I could tell you stories about all of the obstacles that I had to face on that journey to getting to where I am now. It was not a bed of roses. It was hard. Trying to survive at the same time that you are attempting to thrive or create something new is damn near impossible. And I made a lot of mistakes. Little did I know, those mistakes would become my lessons. I would use those mistakes to build one of the grandest brands the world has ever seen this side of eternity. What I do as a content creator, giver, artist, shaman, prophet, oracle, and seer is not easy. I know that I am blessed with the ability to make it look easy. However, the hustle and the grind nearly killed me. However, the hustle and the grind left me alone. I only have trusted people that I can count on one hand. The rest have gone the way of the world. But that's all right, because not everyone can go with you into your dream and the realization of your dream. You know, you got a lot of people out here that watch what I do, that feel they can do what I do. My answer to that is that you can do what you can do, but you cannot do what I do. I have a very specific and unique set of skills. Those skills were forged in the fire for nearly 20 years. There were no mock tests either. I was forced to have a crash course in life, survival, business, content creation, music, love, hate, jealousy. I was forced to learn all of these lessons. And as I sit here on the eve of my 40th birthday, because it is in September, it is vastly approaching. And the reason I say eve is because it's going to be here like that and gone like that. But if I could speak to my 19-year-old self from this place of nearly 40, looking back, I would tell my 19-year-old self that mental illness didn't ruin your life the way that you thought it did. You hustled, you fought, and you made something of yourself. You didn't do it alone. You had a lot of help, but you did it. It's yours, and no one can take it from you because the divine awarded it to you. Many people want the recipe. However, they don't have all of the ingredients. The secret ingredient is me, and I'm sold separately. There's only one of my kind, never to be another. But realize there's power in that. You too are one of a kind, never to have another one like you ever come to this planet. It's job security. It's life security. People are quick to jump on something that they see that is successful. But people can only clap for results. You've got to clap for yourself in the dark every single day that you wake up, when no one sees you, when you can't see your way out of the tunnel, when no one believes in you. Because I'm going to tell you something, most people will never believe in you. But in those moments, you will learn to believe, allergies, in yourself. You will learn to harness your own power and the beauty of your own self-love. Self-actualization, according to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, is something that most people in life will never achieve. They will never intrinsically be themselves or see themselves as they actually are. They will stop at money and family and career in the pyramid. But as a young gay man, I was forced to learn myself before any of my success was allowed to flow through my hands. In that process, I learned a lot. In that process, I hurt a lot. It was painful. No one was giving me a leg up. I had to read all the books myself. I had to study the articles myself. I had to look and seek out mentors myself. And I did that. You may not know where to start today, but I can assure you that it starts with a decision. If you want to be anything in life, you've got to quickly get to know who you are. And you cannot do that without a direct connection to the divine. I am not religious. I don't belong to any religion. I have no religious affiliation. But I believe in the power of the divine. I believe in the power of divinity, because that power is the reason that I am sitting before you now. I've lost so much, so many people I thought I loved, so many people I thought cared about me. They're all gone, but they had to leave because I was going to a level where not everyone could go with me. Just because you're a Mercedes and I'm a BMW, both cars, does not mean that we operate the same way. We are wired differently. Each person on this planet. We may share similarities, but baby, there are a world of differences between those similarities. Life is challenging, and sometimes the right thing to do hurts more than the wrong. But you've got to stop thinking about just living for the day, and you've got to put something away for a rainy day. A lot of young people today live their lives fast. They work their jobs, and they believe that if they keep working, they'll get to where they're supposed to be. However, there's only one problem with that. You're young, you're working hard, but don't let you get sick. Don't let you have an accident, something that debilitates you, and you need to take off from your job. Your world will disintegrate before your eyes. So why am I saying this to you? Why did I come to you with this? I came today to encourage each and every one of you to start brainstorming. It is time for you to have a dream. It is time for you to lay down and think about what you want to do and the smartest way of going about it. You don't have to know all of the steps. I did not know all of the steps to being who I am, doing what I do, honing all of the talent, all of the skill, all of the experience, all of the knowledge. I didn't know, but I kept moving forward. I kept driving, and I kept focusing on the things that made me happy, made me feel most fulfilled, gave me purpose in my life. Tomorrow is not promised, but neither is today. It's about time you started to have faith in yourself. And listen, you may not have faith in yourself. I didn't when I started, but one thing I was persistent, consistent, diligent, and I worked toward what I wanted by focusing. Focus on what it is you feel you want and go about the business of learning how to achieve it. I recently had a very traumatic experience with my brother, mentally ill, as am I. I chose to get treatment. He did not. And for lack of better words, he tried to kill me. But in all of that, I'm not upset with him. I did not press criminal charges. I did not want him to go to jail. I wanted to leave him with his dignity and with the opportunity to seek help whenever he was ready. But in jail wouldn't have been good for him. Sometimes people need second chances. I needed a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth chance. But on that seventh chance, I managed to create something that started to flourish. The Queen of Shade is my creation. And I'm so thankful for the journey. It's not really just the destination, the journey. The journey has been a long, tedious, tiring, difficult journey. But at the end of the day, I sit here with more under my belt as far as ownership goes than I would have ever had I took the Hollywood route. Hollywood is not for everyone. It's not for me. I decided that I wanted to be out here talking to the masses over the web, learning and sharing stories, helping people become better, mentoring the finest of people, helping them solve their problems and make good decisions. I'm good at that. Does not mean that I'm perfect. Does not mean that I'm infallible. It just means that I'm good at helping people find better perspective and guidance. You may have things that you are good at, genuinely good at, but you have to ask yourself, are those things my purpose or my passion? Because your purpose and your passion are two different things in the beginning. But lucky are the few whose purposes become their passion. I was one of those people. My passion is my purpose, and my purpose is my passion. I am here to uplift the soul, the mind, the spirit, and the body. I am here to give lessons from spirit to, the world. Every single day of my career, I speak to the masses, not for them, but to them. I offer them what I have, which is a life of learned lessons, 40 years of living. Babies, you may not even be qualified for what you want to do. But baby, where you're not qualified, the divine will quantify you. I do a lot of things that initially I wasn't qualified to do. But today, I make a living doing those things. I am very fortunate and very blessed to have been able to achieve my dreams, goals, and aspirations. But I need you to understand it was not a cakewalk at all. It was difficult. These last 15 years have been some of the most difficult years of my life. But the reward is that I'm still alive. The reward is that I am still on this side of the grave, which gives me an opportunity to continue to focus on what I love to do. Allergies. It's pollen season. Understand this. I may be able to point you in the right direction, like I was pointed. But it's you that are going to have to hustle. It's you that are going to have to grind. It is you that are going to have to sacrifice for what you want. You want to make music? Well, you can't go out drinking every night. You want to make music? Well, you can't buy a bunch of condoms and sex toys. You have to put your money into what it is you wish to do. And that is getting to the next level. We all need help. We all have help at some point in our lives. But the majority of the onus is on us to complete the task. Know today that I love you. I am your queen of shade. Shade like a tree planted by rivers of water that will give you protection, safety, and even food and fruit from my branches. Everything I do outside of that is just icing on the cake. The music, the merchandise, the podcasts, the website, all of these things are just additions to what it is that I am purposed to do. I am truly here to give you life without the possibility of parole. When I don't do my job, when I don't share my life experiences, my pains and my triumphs, people die. It is just that simple. People die not knowing that there was a solution. There was someone that understood and had the answer. Wasn't an easy answer, wasn't a quick answer, but it was an answer. It required hard work, but it was an answer nonetheless. You are going to work harder for yourself than you have ever worked for any employer. And I need you to understand that about your dream. I have sacrificed my youth, my vitality, and my life to do and achieve what I have done. But standing to be 40 in September, I count it all joy because I am still here and I am able to love those who love me and be there for those whom are there for me. Uplift those who uplift me. I don't have time, nor am I answering a call for someone who feels I should give them what I have. No, sweetie. By all means, get your own. Understand your purpose. Unlock your destiny and your greatness in your life. You are the only one that can do that. Or someone like me, an oracle, a shaman, a prophet, a seer, and a healer. Mighty are my abilities, but my hands too are tied when you don't do for yourself what must be done. Success is not for the lazy. Success is not for the slothful. Success is not for idiots. The smart among us achieve success, but it looks different between each and every person and for each and every person. No two people have the same story or understanding. We may have similarities in our stories, but there are differences, and we are separated by our differences. Understand today that I will always be here for you. I will always do what I'm doing somewhere in the world. I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter. And I come from a line of fighters. I will fight my way to success and to being able to continue to help the world the way that I see fit. I used to be told that it was a bad thing to have the weight of the world on your shoulders. But it can't be a bad thing to have the weight of the world on your shoulders when you were sent to the world as a beacon of light and the answer I provide answers for those that need them. And I will continue to do so as long as the divine would see fit for me to do. But there are a few things I will not tolerate: disrespect, jealousy, envy, and hatred. Those things will cause me to sever a tie between you and I faster than you can say the divine is love. Because I operate from a place of love. There have been times when I too didn't know what I was doing. But from love, I was able to make it turn out all right. I was able to bring about a healthy and positive result. We are not perfect, you and I. No one said that God called the perfect. God doesn't call for the perfect. He calls for the prepared. I have had 20 years of preparing for such a time and career as the one that I have. I now understand that in my past, things happened the way that they did because of a great call on my life and a need to learn specific lessons. Lessons that were very beneficial to me and my specifically unique set of skills. So as I check in with you guys today, I want to know, are you grinding for yourself? Are you hustling for yourself? You don't have to know all the steps, but you must learn to join in the waltz. As you waltz through life, you will learn the steps. What am I saying? The only thing better than knowing the steps, the only way to learn them is to do the thing you want to do and learn along the way. Before I became this illustrious book, Bible of information concerning my career in entertainment and business, I did a lot of research and I listened and read a lot of things. I applied what worked and I rejected what didn't. I may not say everything to the tune of you agreeing with me, but take what you do agree with, apply it to your own life, and get results. I'm 40. You may be younger. You may be older, but it is never too late to rekindle a dream and start working toward it to see results. Everything was stacked against me to have a career in entertainment. Everything said, you'll never make it. People said, you'll never make it. But I closed myself off in my sanctuary and I worked and I broadcasted my talent from my sanctuary. And by George, it worked. So I can speak from experience when I say you do not have to know all of the steps, but start taking steps. Less partying, less sex, less drugs, less alcohol, more learning, more quiet nights, more research, more study, You're not going to be a star for nothing. People become stars because they have completed a task or requirement that the world now notices. But the world is not going to notice your success and your results until you complete the task in its entirety. The people that believe the applause comes at the end. So what do I want you to take away from this monologue session with me? In theory, you can have a dream, but the hustle is sold separately. You're going to need to work harder than you ever have in your life. I work 100+ hours a week so that I don't have to work 40 for someone else. I own my own business and things are going well. They will only continue to get better because I am pressing forward toward a mark and a prize for my life. Judge between you and the people that are around you. When people show you who they are, believe them. Don't try to make people what you want them to be, because then you will end up getting hurt or even killed. I almost died trying to help my brother. I almost ruined what I have worked the last 20 years to build, all because I was so caught up in helping him. But the problem of it all is that he hadn't risen to help himself. The good book speaks of 5 wise virgins and 5 foolish virgins who were told that the bridegroom was coming at midnight and that they should prepare their lamps with oil to go into the chamber. The 5 wise virgins did just that, and the 5 foolish wasted their time. And when 12 midnight came, the 5 foolish had the audacity to ask the 5 wise to share their oil with them. The 5 wise rejected, said no, went into the chamber, and the 5 foolish virgins were left outside. What am I saying? I will not befriend anyone whom cannot walk their own way, pay their own way, have self-control, and a lot to lose. Because see, I don't want people around me that have nothing to lose because they are loose cannons that will go out in a blaze of glory. No, I need people like me whom have a lot to lose, whom will think twice about choosing violence because we've built so much and don't want to see it crash to the ground. Get around people that have a lot to lose, that have invested time, money, and attention, hard work, learning, and skill into their lives. You can tell when someone has invested in themselves because it spews out of their mouths and out of their souls. I have invested in me. I have poured into me. And I use what overflows from my cup for you guys. But the full cup is for me. I've said a lot today, but I want you to remember Having a dream is free. You can dream all you like, but the hustle is sold separately. You're going to need to work harder for yourself than you have ever worked for anything and anyone in your life. And even then, you may not live to see the achievement of what you were working for. But as long as you continue to work, the happiness you felt, that feeling of feeling most alive, will carry you through. And hell, you just might achieve your dream, goal, and aspiration. I love you all. I thank you for all of your continued support. Don't forget to log on to thequeenofshade.com for music, merchandise, and more. Don't forget to head over to my podcast, the Cyber Girl Podcast, available on Spotify and Anchor. Don't forget to head over to my YouTube /The Queen of Shade, my Instagram, I am the Queen of Shade, and my TikTok, I am the Queen of Shade, and show your support by liking, commenting, and sharing. And for those of you that really believe in me, don't forget to hit my Cash App, the Queen of Shade at Cash App, because every dollar goes a long way and helps me to continue to keep my illustrious brand on the map. I love you all. Until next time, I bid you adieu. So did you enjoy? I hope you did. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget to Cash App me at the Queen of Shade. I am your favorite content creator, right? Right. You want to see more of this content, right? Right. Cash App me. I love you. Mwah.
I've got my black stilettos on. Don't you make me take them off. I'm assuming first position. Gonna show you I'm a boss. I've been given 60 seconds just to put my thing